Hello everyone and welcome to Vlogmas day 10. Let's grab the envelope for today. It feels like I really squished this one in there. It's been a bit of an unexpected morning. I'm feeling a little frazzled, but I woke up feeling like today would be a really spacious day, so at least there's that. Here is day 10 of the advent calendar. We've of course got my puzzle. Oh, we've got a Soma chocolate bar. This is in pineapple coconut. We have another new thing to try, and that is a cookie from Crumbl. Hubby and I have passed by a few times, and there's usually a lineup. So I finally went today, and I picked up one cookie. I think I showed a lot of restraint. It's one of their large cookies. They also have mini cookies. Of course, I got the peanut butter one because hubby and I both love peanut butter, and I'm really excited to try it. We'll try it together when hubby gets home. Today's exercise involves checking in with ourselves in relation to how we've been sleeping lately. I would say I'm a pretty good sleeper in general. I don't really have trouble falling asleep, although the caffeine did affect me yesterday. I was up until 11:30, which is quite late for me. So it was interesting that even though I finished my bubble tea probably at around noon, I was drinking it pretty quickly so I could finish it. It still seemed to affect me. It also affected my nap yesterday. I tried to take a power nap before an afternoon meeting so I could feel fresh, but I couldn't really fall asleep. I still lay down and closed my eyes and rested my eyes. I think I was drifting maybe in and out of sleep, but I didn't feel like I slept at all. But the bubble tea was so worth it. I'm totally gonna do it again on January 9th. I'm gonna get the same special. I used to be really precious about my sleep. I had a really stable routine where I would go to bed at the same time every night and I would wake up every day at the same time. And I was really fearful of disrupting that. So I was very protective of my sleep, and I would get really worked up when I would either miss my bedtime and sleep late or miss my wake up time and sleep in. I think it's because I had so much trouble with my sleep routine in the past. I thought that if it was disrupted, I would just be a mess going forward. I wouldn't be able to get back into the routine. But it's been a few years now. I've mellowed out a little bit, and I feel like my sleep routine is more resilient now. I trust myself a little more that if I happen to go to bed late one night, or if I sleep in one day, it's not going to mess up my sleep routine indefinitely. So I have a little more trust in my routine now, in my body's ability to get back onto schedule, which is why I don't mind at all having the bit of caffeine in the Royal number 9. I still love my schedule, so I do want to stick to it as much as possible. But if I stay up late editing Vlogmas one night, or if I sleep in a bit because my body needs it, I am pretty okay with that. That being said, I do find it hard physically to sleep in. Even if I want to sleep for longer, once I'm awake, I'm awake. My sleep routine has been pretty consistent for a while now. I generally go to bed at around 10:30-ish. Sometime between 10 and 11, I'll go to bed. I fall asleep almost immediately unless I've had some caffeine or I've eaten too close to bedtime, or maybe I've had some alcohol. Those types of things really disrupt my sleep. But again, I'm not that strict with it. So every once in a while, if something happens to disrupt my sleep, I don't get as worked up about it as I used to. I find that because my body is used to waking up at a certain time, even if I sleep a little bit later than usual, so for example, I went to bed last night at around 11:30, I still wake up at the same time. My alarm is set for 5:30, but I'll wake up anytime between 5:30 and 6 a.m. I don't really sleep in past 6 a.m. anymore because that's when I feed Lulu and I don't want her to be hungry. When I do go to bed at 10:30 and wake up at 5:30, that's when I feel at my best. So as much as possible, I try to stick with my routine because if I get too little sleep, I feel really tired, and if I get too much sleep, I feel really groggy. Now that I've reflected on my sleep routine and how I've been feeling lately in terms of sleep, there's an optional component to this exercise, which is to either take a 20-minute power nap today or to go to bed a little early. I might actually do both because I'm a little bit short on sleep from last night. I am all done the puzzles, and once again, the new advent calendar is coming through with the cuteness. It's a pig in a red coat with what I'm assuming is a faux fur collar, and the pig has a bow on his head. I made jeweled rice for dinner. It looks and smells really good, and I was able to use everything from our pantry, so I didn't have to buy any new ingredients for this. I also put in some asparagus, so that's something different, but everything else I followed the recipe pretty closely. Oh, I also put chicken in it. I put the sous vide juices in here too. It's good.
I like it.
It is good. It's very tasty. I even have the saffron. My saffron is really old, but you can definitely taste it. And I still have more saffron. We used to really love saffron, but we never cooked with it, or hardly ever. But we don't open it up to smell it or to like really look at it. So I think it stays relatively fresh. The recipe also had a different way of opening a pomegranate. I've done that like tapping it with a spoon method and a few other different ways, and it's never really worked out that well, but this time it was really quick and easy. Hubby and I are gonna try the Crumbl cookie. Hubby's coffee is from a company called Hale in Toronto, and everything looked very like matchy in terms of the pink box and this chocolate bar, and then it's got like this green pineapple top, and then hubby's coffee label is green today, so it looked really nice together. Peanut butter.
It looks delicious.
Read mixed reviews about Crumbl in general. Everything's very sweet, and that of course it's overpriced. It is quite expensive. This cookie was $7.
Yeah.
Oh, it's very dense.
Holy, it's
really thick.
thick.
Cut up pieces of Reese's peanut butter cups. Very good.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty good.
Pretty good. Okay, let's give it a try. I don't find it that sweet.
Me too.
Although, we know I eat a lot of sugar. You too, you eat a lot of sugar.
Yeah.
You eat a lot of candy. So, if we don't think it's sweet, that doesn't mean it's not sweet. It's harder than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
Hubby and I generally like chewy cookies better, I think. The flavor's pretty good. They had a lot of different flavors. They had 9 different ones. Maybe we'll eat the soma tomorrow then.
Yeah.
This is pretty filling. I didn't have seconds of the jeweled rice because I wanted to save my appetite, but I really, really enjoyed the jeweled rice. I would make it again, but it's quite a long recipe to make with a lot of different steps. So I'm not sure how often I would make it, but it's very tasty. I like that I was able to use up so many different things. Oh, I forgot to put the raisins in it.
Oh.
I'll add some tomorrow because you're supposed to mix them in at the end anyway. So maybe as I'm reheating it tomorrow, I'll add the raisins. I think that is going to be it for this vlog, Vlogmas-ish day 10. Thank you all so much for watching. I will see you tomorrow for day 11. Bye.